increased from. I know there was a time where, sorry, we were buying mixie for 17 naira.
Okay.
As of now, let me say for 200, for two something, for just one, just one pack for mixie. So I think everything has increased. Now as everything has increased, this minimum wage should also be increased. All right, because that should be last 2 years. We're buying for one something for is it 250 also? As of now, I mean per liter. As of now, last I went to get for we're buying for 1,200 naira.
Interesting.
Right, for just 1 liter. So if somebody is earning 60,000 a month, right, and then person has to take care of food, people has to take care of personal needs. There is house rents and everything. I believe the government also should look into their salaries. These things should be increased, right? Because it's not everybody who has part-time jobs. Right? Some people have part-time jobs. Government workers, they work from Monday to Saturday, then from morning till evening, 9 to 6. So I think this price should be increased, because if I'm earning 60,000, 70,000, and then I need to buy fuel for 1,200 for just 1 liter. And then now there's not every day they give light. There's not every time they give there's light. So if I need to buy fuel, and then if let's say you have generator, you need to buy a mosquito fleet, because of course there will be mosquito. Right? They need to get mosquito fleet. I believe mosquito fleet as of now, I don't know how much the number. It should be above 2,000 also. Right? So if I buy mosquito fleet for 2,000, which will last for almost a month. Right? So the next month I need to still get the same things. Right? So I believe their salary should be increased. So that they will also have something they will be able to, after their expenditure, they should have something left with it.
Is 70,000 enough?
I think it's not enough to take care of their school fees. Right? There's school fees, there's house rent, there is feeding. Let's leave personal needs aside. There's all these things are involved, so there will be. Sometimes I think it's not just enough. Plus the high rate of things now. Sometimes is not enough to take care of one's needs, basic needs, not personal needs.
There's a saying that tough times requires tough decisions. So
tough time requires tough decisions. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But in a case where even the tough time itself is not just tough, it has gone beyond tough. Right? It has gone beyond tough. So I believe everything should also, even this government should also take tough decisions to increase their salary.
I'm talking about the individual, the workers.
The workers, okay.
So if the things are like this, don't you think we as individuals, as workers, should be able to cut down on our expenditure? Wouldn't that help?
That will help, but in a case where you have children, right, the school, say, I'll pay for this semester. School fees is 90,000, but no, I'll pay 60,000 because of they're not paying you well.
They're not paying well.
So there are things where you can cut off of expenditures. You can instead of eating 3 times a day, let's eat 2 times. Right? Instead of eating this amount of food now, let's eat this amount of food now. But there's something that cannot be cut down.
Like
school fees cannot be cut down. You cannot go to a school and say, for this semester, they don't pay me. I will pay this amount of money. Next semester, if they don't pay me again, I'll pay this amount of money. So there are things that cannot be cut down. Like, yes, there is school fees. There's house rent. You cannot go to your landlord and tell the landlord that things are bad now. Please, I'll not be able to pay complete. You get. So there are things that can be cut down. There are things that cannot be cut down. So in as much as there are tough times that will require tough decisions, there are also tough times that even the tough decisions that you want to take too will not be applicable to that time.
Funny enough, this minimum wage that was stipulated to be reviewed, that there's an outcry currently that some states have not implemented these things.
I feel the states that are not doing it, I don't think they are doing well.
What do you think could be the reason for such delay after a pronouncement has been made? And after making such pronouncement, the price of things will not say, okay, I will wait till you guys increase it.
It's when to increase this year on. I think the reason for that delay sometimes is because maybe they have many projects at hand. I think one of the reasons is because they might have some government might have some projects they are doing, that might make them not to, in as much they want to increase it, but what they have at hand For instance, now I can tell you that okay, by next week I'll give this amount of money.
Okay.
Genuinely, I want to give you. That next week I have the money to give you. But there's something that might come up that will make me not to give that money, not because I don't want to give you, but there's an emergency.
Okay.
Right, that will make me not to give you that amount of money.
Yeah.
So I think there are some projects they are handling that requires them not to do this thing that the government is telling them to do. So, and also I think in Amada also I think personally that as they also handle this project, they should also talk to their workers. They see that these are things that we are handling now.
Okay.
Okay, but for now we cannot be able to do this thing. But after this particular time, if things work out, we will increase it.
Okay.
So I think there should be an understanding between the government, that government which has not been increased, and the workers.
All right.
So that the workers will not be grumbling. You know, if I'm working for somebody and then there is from the head says, okay, they should increase salaries. And then my person that's supposed to increase has not yet done what the head said.
Okay.
I and the person have not come and tell me anything that, okay, the reason I'm not yet increased because of this thing, I myself will be angry.
Okay.
Right? So for me not to be angry, so that person should walk up to me and say, okay, see, this is the reason why I've not done this.
All right.
So there will be an understanding, so that both of us will not start having issues.
Okay.
Right. So because personally, I've heard a lot of people, government workers, start talking kind of things about the government, which might not be true.
Okay.
Yeah, because the government also, we know the government have a lot of things they're doing.
Okay.
Right. So I think there should be an understanding between the government and their workers.
And the workers.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Some states are clamoring for 70, as the government said. Some are clamoring for 73. Some are clamoring for 75. Some are implementing 72. Twice some are implementing nothing at all. If you are a worker, let's say you're a civil servant in River State, and then you learn that your fellow civil servant in Cross River State is being paid 75,000 while you're being paid 70,000. Wouldn't that affect your orientation towards work?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So that connection, that agreement, that understanding will work, because yes, like you said, if I'm being paid 70,000, and I heard that the same person, my colleague, doing the same job in another place, is paying 75.
No, let me help you out. Let me give you an example. There was just a story of a teacher who maltreated a child in his school. And when she was interviewed, she said that she spoke about she not earning up what could meet up her needs.
Okay.
So maybe she was carrying the anger of walking like an elephant and being paid like an ant. It's like an ant, and then transferring on the child. So that's what I'm looking at, the orientation towards workers. I am working and I am being owed salary that has been promised. How do you expect me to keep working?
Okay, in this story now, I think there's some, how do I put it? There should be some exceptions. Okay. I think there should be some exceptions. Yeah, for instance, now let's say government hospitals, teachers. Okay. Right, because you're not dealing with just government alone. You're dealing with people's lives. Yes. Yeah, because now as a teacher, now you are not just teaching the child for the noun. You're teaching the child for both noun and the person's future. Right, so if you are getting the angle of, okay, I'm not being paid. Now some people have made a few teachers who do not work because of the money they get. Yes, I've met a few teachers who do not work because of what they are being paid. They work because of the passion. If they want to teach. I've had a teacher who, what he received, my secondary school teacher back then, what he received is nothing compared to what he gives us. Oh wow! Because I know we were not just we didn't have just teacher and student relationship. We had personal relationship outside the school. Okay. And so we discussed a few things together. Okay. So he made me understand that some people do not just work because of what they are being paid. They work because of, okay, they like this thing, right? So I like impacting. Personally, as a person, I like impacting people. Okay. So I'm not going to be working or impacting person because of the amount I'm being paid. So I'm going to work because of I like it. Right? Like you said, I'm an author. So I'm not going to write a book because of I'm going to sell this book and get a particular amount of money. Okay. Because I'm going to write a book because, okay, I'll impact the person's life with it. Right? So, like I was saying, that exception should be there. Okay. Right? Okay, this is a child, we're dealing with this child's future. So we should also deal with caution. Not just because the government are not increasing my salary, so I should not. So there should be that exception. Even in hospitals, like I was saying, hospitals too. We're not just dealing with government, you're dealing with people's lives. Because there's no way, I was telling somebody by that time, but even your worst enemy never prays for you to die.
Okay.
That's true. The person that hates you the most never prays for you to die. Because if you die, that person will feel it. That's just the truth. In as much as it sounds funny, because people be like, but you hate this person now. Why are you now crying that the person is dead? Death is not something to be happy about.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you're working in the hospital and then you are having this like identical attitude towards people because you're not being paid, I don't think you are qualified to be a nurse or a doctor.
Okay, one more question before we move to our next story.
Okay.
Apart from increasing the minimum wage, do you think there are other things the government can do to reduce the weight of the economic situation on workers? For example, we have what we call health scheme, where some civil servants in some sectors can receive free treatment at designated hospitals. So do you think there are other things the government could do? May probably create avenues for maybe markets, special markets for civil servants, things that could help. So at least even if they're paying the 70K, they will not. It will not be too much on them. Maybe schools that could also. Okay, because the father is a civil servant, you will not pay up to this amount.
Okay, yeah, that's true. That should be also looked into, because if I'm paying this amount, then I'm also getting everything at the rate of the way everybody's getting. It's going to be very not too okay something. All right.
Okay.
So like you said, there should be a kind of I was thinking, okay, there can be a kind of feeding something. Okay, let's say in every day now we say, okay, during a particular time there is lunch.
Okay.
Right. Okay. You come in the morning. There is breakfast. As a civil servant, I think that alone. Okay. Now you're leaving your house now to go to work. You know, as you get to work, there is breakfast for you. Right. So the small one you have at home, so okay, let the children manage this one, because as you're going, there will be this. Also, there should be something like a bus.
Okay.
To carry these people from, convey them from their homes.
Yes.
To work.
You know, the River State government has something like that.
I think, I've seen that a couple of times. That should also be implemented in different states, so that the workload will not be too bombarded on civil servants. Because of their salary is not too much, so that they also can be able to have something at the end of the month.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Wisdom. Let's move on to our next story. And our next story, cross-border relations. National Boundary Commission (NBC) has called for peaceful coexistence among border communities in Abia and Cross River States as tension escalates. The Director General Adamu Adaji made this appeal following fresh violent clashes between the Isu community in Arochukwu local council of Abia and the Ukwa Umbaibong Ukwa Eburutu community in Odupani local council of Cross River, which claimed lives this month. In a statement yesterday, the head of Information and Public Relations, Efe Ovuakpore, condemned the killings and extended condolences to the affected communities. The statement urged all stakeholders to exercise restraint and avoid actions that could undermine ongoing boundary resolution efforts. NBC particularly urged traditional rulers, community leaders, and security agencies to collaborate in fostering peace and ensuring productive discussions ahead of the January 20 meeting. The Commission recalled its proactive measures towards the resolution of the boundary dispute, which included the joint meeting of officials GMO on the Abia Cross River boundary held on December 11, 2024 in Calabar. The statement also recalled that in the meeting chaired by Adaji, it outlined key steps towards resolving the disputes in the affected areas. According to the Commission, steps including the agreement to share the disputed triangular land between Okun, Aku, and Ikun communities, subject to approval by the deputy governors, were proposed. Newsmen gathered that the meeting also considered the submission of documents supporting claims over disputed points AC-19 to AC-23 Mbaibong, Ito, and Isu areas by January 20, and the formation of a joint committee for the rehabilitation and return of displaced communities in Mbaibong, Ito, Isu sector. The DG further disclosed that the NBC used the opportunity to reiterate its role as a neutral mediator committed to fairness, consensus, and fostering sustainable peace, where it emphasized the importance of dialogue over violence, stressing that any act of aggression would counter efforts to attract development and resolve disputes. As preparations for the next joint technical meeting progressed, Adaji appealed to all stakeholders to prioritize peace and remain patient as the Commission works towards finalizing boundary resolutions, stressing that the efforts will pave the way for stability and lasting peace in the region. We're looking at cross-border relations, and we have there's this current situation of conflict between Abia State and Cross River State over boundary. I served in Cross River State, precisely Ecom local government, Ecom in Cross River State, and I could tell that at a point when Ecom is close to Cameroon, there's a border between Nigeria and Cameroon, that's where it is located. At a point where we wanted to go for an excursion into Cameroon, and what we kept hearing was we can't go because there is clashes in Cameroon. And that just that clash alone had caused so many issues to that town in Cameroon. Now bringing it down to Abia and Cross River hostilities, what do you think could cause such issues? Because there is no fire without a smoke. So would it be that there had been these issues had been rising up, but probably overlooked until it escalates?
Yeah, I think these small issues, because they would think that the issues are just minor, right? And they'd be like, let's just leave it. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
So, but at the long run, somebody will now somewhere sit and be like, this issue now. So, but like I was saying before, I think it's sometimes just wickedness that is doing people. Yeah, I'm fighting on that thing. So I think somebody will just like this issue like this. Let me bring out this issue. Now, some people will want to bring out this issue because there is something they want to gain out of it. Some will want to do it because, okay, let's just take for instance, now let's say there's a land dispute, all right? Now this person is saying that this land belongs to us. This other person is saying that no, it belongs to us. So now this other person is saying that it belongs to them because maybe there is something in that land that they want to gain. Then these other persons do not know. But rightfully, the other person, maybe the land belongs to them. But now because these people have found that there's something in that land that these people have not found yet, so they want to take that land by force. And people are standing on their own right. So I think let's say for a while, this issue has been there. But people really do not really take it because, okay, everybody is going to that land and they are farming, everybody's okay. But maybe somebody's in power now, wants to do something on that land. So that will now cause that issue now to really escalate too well because of there's somebody in power who wants to do something on that land. Maybe it might be from this side, which, okay, maybe the person has found out that, okay, let's just sit down, for instance, there's oil on that land. Right? So now these people have found out. The people who the land really belongs to them have not find out. So these people now are fighting on their own right, that the land belongs to them. These people are fighting not on their right, but because there's oil on that land. So this person who is in power who wants to take that land because of that oil. So, but before that time, before this person had grown, that issue had been there. So I think that the issue has always been there. But people are, like you said, overlooking it.
You know, this same issue that has been between River State and Bayelsa, towards a land where the oil is found, and then it was amicably resolved. Without, I know it's been prolonged, but currently under the present governor, I think it was resolved. But so why is this one an exception? Is it that there has been no stakeholders meeting to address these issues, or there has been, but it wasn't, the decisions weren't carried out?
Okay, this one in River State, I think I heard of it some time ago. I think a few years ago, I heard of it. But after a while, I think it just died out. Now I'm getting to know that, okay, it was resolved. Now, I think the reason these other ones, they are escalating is because maybe, yes, there are some stakeholders meetings. But when these two parties now come together, you know, now these two parties are coming together not to come and agree, but to come and, this person is coming to fight this person. This person is coming to fight this person. So they come, instead of talking things as adult, okay, let's reason, let's see how this thing can work. They will want to, you know, start pointing fingers at this person. So, no, it is you that have done this thing. So at the end of it, they might like not say anything. They might just read that and start fighting. Then the meeting just close, just like that. So I think that, okay, there are some meetings that had happened, but because the people involved did not really agree on one thing. So they did not agree. So now that meeting did not really they were not finalized on anything. What
role do you think federal governments can play in this? Since there has been meetings and probably the decisions were not carried out. Where does the federal government come into play in this?
Okay, I think the federal government can, if there is a kind of if the law can take place, let's say, okay, for instance, now the courts, if the court can be involved in this thing, it would be better. But if the court cannot be involved, from the head, he can give a command. Okay, let nobody touch this land for this particular amount of time.
Okay.
Periods of time rather, and then I think that will also ease the tension.
Okay.
The federal government can involve in calling these two people together.
Okay.
Sitting in front of them, let's discuss.
Like the minister is trying to do.
Yeah. Let there be a peaceful meeting.
Okay.
They should not just allow it in the hands of these people. But I feel like this, when the people come, they'll just start fighting. So I think the government should be involved and oversee everything.
Okay. Do you also think the military could play a role in this?
Okay, the military, I think personally, I think the military is more of the fighting type, right? So I don't think the military should be involved.
This is a border issue, and this is like one of the main duties of the military. So you don't think they should be involved in this to actually stay on this issue?
If the military is involved, it might cost lives. The reason I say so is because, okay, let's say these people now come now to there's an issue now. The military, the military, let's say the police, if they now start coming into play, there's an issue going on. Okay. They might not know when they will open fire because of trying to. But
there's been fire already. Fire is already burning there.
I mean guns.
I know.
Yeah.
Gone. There's a casualties. Lives have been claimed.
That's what I'm saying. So if it is not the military that is taking these actions, right here, they can actually patrol that area.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, they can actually patrol that area from taking command from the federal government. Okay. Because if they take command from just the state government, these people who are doing these things, they might really not. Sorry to say this. Some people also in power too might also be involved in this thing. All right. Yeah, I think so. I think so. That some people involved in power can.
In your opinion?
In my own opinion. Okay. Personally, all right. I think some people in power who have a upper hand can be involved. Can be sending people illegally.
What do they stand to gain?
Like I was saying, if the land dispute, there might be something in that land that they want to get. All right. So now they are trying to send these people back to get that land, to get that stuff. So I think that maybe there's something on that land they're trying to get, right? So they can be sending people to scare these people away. And people too, they don't want to go. So they too are also bringing in their own people to illegally, not from the government. So if the government is involved and they bring the military involved, I think these people can be scared. Now, if one person from this side is caught, this person can reveal that secret and say, okay, this person has sent me. Now, if the government discover that these people are not on their right, and then now another person is sending people illegally to start opening fire on that place which they know it's not theirs. I think there will be some actions on that, the government will take some actions. But in the case where the military is not involved, like I was saying, there will be continuous killing. Yeah, I think the military should also be involved, like you said. It should be involved so that they can stabilize peace. Yeah.
All right, thank you so, sir. Moving on to our next topic. Mainstream Apex Igbo Sociocultural Organization, Ohaneze Ndigbo, on Friday elected former Senator John Azuta Mbata as its new President General. Azuta Mbata, who represented Rivers East in the National Assembly, was chosen during the Ohaneze Ndigbo General Assembly meeting held at the Old Government Lodge in Enugu, the Enugu State Capital. He succeeds Inze Ozichukwu Fidelis Chukwu, who was appointed last month to complete the tenure of Imo State, previously occupied by the late Chief Emmanuel Iwanyanwu. The new President General emerged through consensus in an election witnessed by Governors Peter Mba of Enugu State, Hope Uzodimma of Imo State, and Charles Soludo of Anambra State. Ebonyi State was represented by its Deputy Governor. Prince Oke Nwandunobi from Abia State was elected National Deputy President, while Chief Emeka Sibeudu from Anambra State became the new Secretary General of the Igbo Group. Sibeudu previously served as Deputy Governor during the administration of Willie Obiano in Anambra State. In his acceptance speech, Senator Azuta Mbata expressed gratitude to the delegates for their trust and support. He promised to work towards uniting the Igbo people and addressing pressing issues. He stated that he would address the press soon to outline his manifesto for Ndigbo, over the next 4 years. And that's the story there. Recently there has been clamor regarding the election of their President General for Ohaneze Indibo, and we've had several persons come up and said several things, and finally here we have the president. But one thing is striking: the president isn't. If I were to go by the preceding statements by some persons, he isn't solely from the eastern part. So, what's your idea in the? Do you think this is a nice, this is a nice development towards national integration? Okay,
I've lived in a place where in a village, all right. Okay. Where, okay, there are 2 villages, but where I live currently, where I was living back then, the chief of that village was not originally from that village. Okay. Actually, he was a chief in another village. So he traveled down to my own village. Then, for some reasons, he could not go back, and was made chief in that village where he came from. And then, actually, he did well. Okay. He was doing well. So, and that also, in as much as from the outside, does not really bring peace, not really do a lot of things, as in bring. There was no peace between the 2 villages, because okay, this person is my person. Why is he the chief in this village? He's supposed to come back. This person saying no, he's doing well in this side. We are not allowing him come back. Okay. So that actually was kind of fighting somehow. After a while, the thing stopped, because there was, like I said earlier, there was understanding between the 2 people. So I think if there is an understanding first, there will not be any fighting.
So you feel this is a good development?
I think, yeah, I think it's a good development to an extent. I think it's also a good development to an extent, because if the people from the east do not like this person, okay, because some people also from the east will not like him, definitely. Yeah. So if they don't like him, and a majority of them do not like him, there will start to be this fighting, conflict between these 2 people. But if there is an understanding between them, okay, right, this is why I say there should be an understanding. There will be peace if there is an understanding between them, and then this person who has been elected is doing well. Oh yeah. Yes, if he can be able to bring in some people from the east to work with him, directly, okay, that would be. I think that should be some kind of. That would resolve the issue.
I asked the question towards national integration. I think 2 or 3 days ago, Obakri Ndi Ikwere, they came out and said that the Igbos should not consider River State as part of them. Yeah. Yes, there was a meeting on that, and then it got me thinking. But here, when the news came out about the president-elect, I was like, okay, could this be a step towards we now believing in the fact that I mustn't come from your state to deliver on a mandate, as long as I have the ability and I'm able to foot in the responsibilities of that office, I could be allowed to rule.
Yeah, I think that is, like you said, I must not be from this particular place. We also take responsibility. Okay. Right. So if for instance, now in an office now, even if somebody is not from a particular area or is not in a particular field, if he is able to deliver a responsibility, I think he should be put in charge of that thing. If a condition, if he is able to deliver this responsibility, he should be put in charge. Okay. Because you cannot bring in somebody who is from this place but does not know how to deliver this responsibility to take charge. There will be casualties. All right. So I think if this person is able to deliver these responsibilities in this area, it's okay, it's fine. And like I was saying, he should also bring in some people from that place, so that to work with him.
Do you believe in what we call son of the soil?
So yeah, I know that.
Do you believe in it? Do you believe that the sons of the soil should be the rulers, or there are times when the sons of the soil are not competent? We can go and bring daughters from
on that place. Okay, if the son of the soil, okay, now they know. If they know, that, okay, we cannot do this thing. Okay. Yeah, let's.
Because his election was a consensus. Okay. That means everybody agreed.
Yeah. That's like I was saying. Since they know that, okay, we cannot do this thing, let's seek help from outside. It's okay, it's fine. But in case where some of them are saying we should not seek help,
Mm.
we are saying no, we know we cannot do this. But now, if you now elect somebody who cannot do it, they'll be casualty like I was saying. Because now, okay, I cannot do this thing now, and then you are putting me in charge of this thing to do. I will just do what I know I think will be fine, which might likely not be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think that if since they all know, like they'll say, since they all know that okay, we cannot do this thing, let's seek help from outside. Then that is fine. Since all of them have agreed, since it's a collective effort.
Okay.
Yeah, that work. And then, like I also said, key points on the person who has been elected, he should bring in some sons of the soil, like you said, so that they should also help him too. Because these people who are from this place who know the ins and outs of this.
Oh,
of this
okay.
place. So
Okay.
once they are involved, they will be able to say, okay, this person now who is the leader wants to take a decision.
Okay.
And the person, this will say, okay, no, see, our advice is okay. This thing is for this particular place. This one is this thing.
Make it personal. You are Azuta, Senator Asuta Mbata, elected as the President General of Ohanese and Indibo, and you are not solely from the Eastern area. How would you approach that responsibility?
Okay, first of all, like I said, personally,
make it personal.
Yeah, personally, first is to bring in, if I'm not too familiar with the environment,
okay,
right, is to bring in people who are very familiar with it.
Okay.
So that it will not be like, okay, I'm only bringing my brothers, all right, let me bring in people from this place so that, okay, if I want to take a decision now, I want to do something in this particular place now, it's okay, we'll see what I want to do. How is this place? How is this place? So they'll tell me, okay, this place, this is how it is. This one is how it is. Okay, now, from the opinions, I'll be able to gather information about that place to know, okay, instead of doing this one, let me work on this other particular side.
Okay.
So that will help.
Okay.
So also is a tension between me and the people I'm working for.
Okay.
Because you know that there's a way you work for people and they'll not even. So in as much as I'm trying to help somebody, I also need the person to help me to help them. So I'll bring in people from who I'm trying to help.
Okay.
Okay, CEO, this is what I want to do. How do you see it? Okay, and person says, okay, it's fine, but see if you do it this way, it will be better.
What if they are not willing at first? Will you impose on them, or you other means to go to get their cooperation?
Okay, first of all, it depends on what I want to do. All right. Let's say for instance, it's a road I want to work on.
Okay.
All right, and then these people are not accepting to, work with me. I think I can. If I'm not complete, I can impose. Yeah, I can impose. Because it's not just about me, not about a few persons. It's about everybody.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if these few persons are not accepting, there are also persons who will accept. Yeah, so if a few persons are not accepting, I can impose on these people as okay, this is what I want to do. It's a good thing. Definitely, it's a good thing. But if everybody is now saying no, we don't do this thing, I think there should be other measures I can take to be able to do what I want to do, which I know that is good.
One more question: as an author and a public relations analyst, what's your idea on leadership?
Okay, I think leadership is not just leadership as people think. All right, I feel like to be a good leader, you must be a good servant.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
For you to be a good leader, you must be a good servant. You must be able to serve people. All right. If you want to do something, you want to get people to do something. All right. Do that thing. Let them see you. That is how to be a leader. You don't just do things. You don't just sit down and say, okay, I'm the leader. Okay. You do this thing. You do this thing. Okay. Now this place now is not arranged. As a leader, I can come here and say, okay. I can start doing it. I can start arranging this place now. As I'm arranging now, okay, you please take care of this thing. Yeah. As I'm doing this one, you are seeing me as okay, he's doing it, I can do this one. So that way you get more people to respect you. Not just because they want to, not just because they have to respect you, but because they want to. And then between they have to and they will want to. Okay. I'll present this because okay, he's the leader, I need to respect him. No, okay, I'm doing this because I love him. Let me respect him because of what he's doing, right? And also because of his office. So I want to do it, not because I have to. Now, if you have people in your let's say people you are leading who do not really respect your opinion, they will do things just because you said it, not because they want to do it. Okay. Even though you are trying to help them. Okay. They will just do it because I've seen a lot of cases where I've had a friend who he's the leader in a particular place, all right, and then he's doing things because he wants to do it. He doesn't discuss with people to do things. You are a leader, you are not a leader because you can do things. You are a leader because okay, you can talk to people and then you can influence people to do what you want them to do. So as I want to do a particular thing now, a couple I'm leading, So okay, see what we want to do. So I'm not personalizing this thing.
Okay.
Right. So I see leadership as you must be a good servant
Before you become
to be a good leader.
All right, thank you. So let's move on to our next story because of time. Nollywood star Funke Akindele has emerged as the second highest grossing Nollywood writer for the year 2024, along with Collins Oko and Akinlabi Ishola. This was for the film Everybody Loves Jennifer, which had generated 1.125 billion naira at the box office. This was reviewed by Film One on its Instagram page at Film One on Friday. Stephen Olubuyo became the highest grossing Nollywood writer with the films Everybody Loves Jennifer, Alakada, Bad and Boji and Abro, which all ranked in 1.38 billion naira. For the third highest grossing Nollywood writers, Anthony Joshua clinched the position for the films Queen Latifah, The Waiter, and Alakada, Bad and Boji, with 780 million naira revenue generated. Jack Enneth Opukeme emerged as the fourth highest grossing Nollywood writer with films like Farmer's Bride and All's Fair in Love, which had generated 299 million naira at the box office. Stephen Okonkwo made the fifth highest grossing Nollywood writer with Ajo Sepo, which rakes in 257 million naira. Adebayo Tijani and Ola Olayoye emerged as the sixth highest grossing Nollywood writers with Beast of Two Wars, Jack Kaju scooping in 253 million naira at the box office. Oluyombo Oluwagbemiga and Toyin Ibrahim became the seventh highest grossing Nollywood writers in 2024 with Alakada, Bad and Boji generating 229 million naira. Also, Odunladi Adekola and Akorede Ibrahim emerged as the eighth highest grossing Nollywood writers with Lakatabu, which generated 202 million naira. Ayo Mekun made the ninth highest grossing Nollywood writer for 2024 with The Waiter, generating 185 million naira, while Tunde Babalola emerged as the 10th highest grossing Nollywood writer with Fumilayo Ransom Kuti, which rakes in 157 million naira at the box office. This is huge.
It's huge, like seriously, it's huge.
I think I will have to consider going into writing scripts.
That's actually a good idea.
So, what's your opinion on this? How do you see this development of filmmakers generating such funds and also producing content? Let me start from the economic factor of it. Is this an encouraging development to the economy?
Yeah, it is because first of all, if to produce one movie is millions of naira, all right, just produce one, and then first production, then there is marketing.
Okay.
After you have done everything now, that's to market. And these persons who they mentioned their names, they are top people in the industry, and their marketing strategy is not just okay, just come one day and shoot one movie and then go and relax. They do work consistently. Okay. And this is not just one amount of money; it's millions of naira we need to work. Right. So, and these people who are doing this thing, they don't do it themselves. Right. They pay people to do this thing. So that attribution of labor, okay, you do this thing, this is what you're getting, is encouraging others. So I think it's a good development because you are giving people work to do. Right? If these were not involved, if these were not in the industry, a lot of people might go broke, might go hungry, because there will be no jobs. Right? So these people who call others to do this thing, I think they are doing a very fair job by giving people something to do so that they can also, get something for themselves. Okay. So I think it's a good
you're a writer, you're an author. Funke Akindele said earlier on last year that the movie Everybody Loves Jennifer, she speculated that it's going to generate 5 billion naira. That's her speculation, and that looked like over ambition to some persons.
Okay.
But here we are. She actually probably she hasn't hit the landmark, but she's making progress towards it. So what do you think could be behind such an ambition as a writer?
Okay, as a writer,
knowing that there are competitions around.
Okay.
What could make her say one day that my film is going to generate such amount?
Okay, first, there is something called authority in a particular sphere of life.
Okay.
Right? There is authority. I think Funke has already built that authority.
All right.
She's an authority in. No, if she produces a movie now, a lot of people will watch it.
Okay.
Not just because okay, she's over, but because it is Funke, so they will want to watch it. So she has built that authority. So people already know her for that. As a writer, a few persons already know me.
Okay.
Once there's on KF, there's a book. All right, so I can say okay, I've been authority in writing in a particular space. So I feel like if I can actually put it in demand and say, okay, in this book now I can be able to, this is what I'm aiming at. Okay. I can, because of the kind of authority I've built. All right. So there are people who will produce a movie and then they'll tell you something lesser than this because of their own authority. Okay. So I feel like where she was saying that she already knows where she belongs. There's a category where she belongs to, and then she knows that okay, since I'm the one, I'm involved in this thing, right, this is what will come out of it. For instance, now let's take it to the Christian world. There's a man, Wisdom K, right? So if Wisdom K is doing an event today, you will see millions of people will gather for that event because of the name, not just because of people who are involved.
What does he do?
He's a music minister and also a pastor. Okay. Right. Yeah. He's what I think he's the biggest music minister in the state of Port Harcourt. Interesting. As of now. Yeah. So it's okay if he's doing a program right now. Okay. He has millions of people who will want to work with him. Okay. Not just because because people he's bringing, but because of the name. So that name already has been an authority in that space. All right. So that name is an authority in this region. Okay. So I think Funke already knows that she's an authority in this industry. So for she to make that statement, she already knows where her capacity.
Okay, fine. What role can governments play to also encourage writers, startups who may not have the capital and who may not have the financial capability as Funke has? Funke has to push forth her ideas because they are writers.
Yeah.
They are writers. I know some blooming writers, but after some time you don't hear of them again. Okay,
I think the government first, if their script is good, the government can finance part of it. Okay. Even 100%, at least 70-80%.
With grants like monetary.
They can finance monetary or also talk to a few persons, actors, not just big actors. To see this script now. I'm involved in this script. Okay, do this thing as a government now. Let's say the government I can say call a few persons. I say see this script. It's a good script, and this person does not have the financial capability to call all of you into this thing. But now since he doesn't have, I will pay you for this one. Work with him. I think that can work. Then after the film, and then this in as much as the government also is involved, the actors, big names too, can also help in pushing out the film for these writers. So that too can also help the writers to encourage them to do more. Because if I'm not encouraged, I cannot do more.
Let's go into content. Okay. As a writer, I know you don't just wake up one morning and write because you have an idea. Yeah. You write because you want to say something. To your audience. I don't know if you see movies. Yeah. Did you see The Tribe Called Judah?
Yeah. I've watched The Tribe Called Judah.
Do you think that the film, such films alongside other films, beyond the money these films can generate, do you think these productions are rich?
Yes.
And up to standard.
Yeah, they are very well. Especially I've watched that The Tribe Called Judah a couple of times, not just once. Even after downloading, I had to go and keep on my phone so that I can watch it again. Because it's aside the monetary, aside the production, the storyline also. Okay. Yeah, it tells a lot. The storyline is, I can tell you this, I almost cried in that movie. Yeah, watching the movie, especially where the first son of Funke died. When they shot him. I don't know if you watched the movie.
Yeah,
but
I saw the movie.
The way he died, I think I was not expecting him to die. Okay, another person can die, not him. Okay. But I feel like that twist actually gave them there's something she wanted to achieve in that place. So I think the movie, aside the monetary part, yes, the production is good, all right, and then the storyline too is amazing. So I think also the production and the storyline, so the things I look to in watching movie. Okay, a production, how good is it? And then okay, what's the storyline about this movie? What is this movie trying to teach? When I watch a movie, like, okay, so Wisdom, what did you really learn in this movie? Alright, so I feel like the lessons, the storyline, which is the lessons, and then the production too, we also should count.
So finally on this story, what's your overall take on the level of progress made by Nollywood as an industry?
Okay, I think they've done good. They've done aside some people who just do it because for entertainment purpose.
Because we have them out there.
Yeah, we have a lot of them who do it just for entertainment purpose. Then we have some people who do it because let's teach a particular lesson. Right, so those who are teaching these lessons, and also the entertainers, so I'm not disputing that they're calling, but that is good because a lot of things are happening around, many people are depressed, so they need something to keep them. So that entertaining is actually amazing.
Okay.
Right? Yeah, aside the entertaining, there's also the teaching part. All right. Okay. Now, not trying to call names, but there's a man called Brain Jota.
Okay.
He's a comedian. All right. So
Brain
Jota, yeah, he's a comedian also. Okay. He's a filmmaker. Also, he's also an actor.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I think he just released a movie a few days ago. But I've watched a couple of his movies, and then he's not just in the fact that he's entertaining people, he's also trying to teach a lesson.
Okay.
Right. So I feel that thing also works too.
All right. Thank you. Moving on to our last story for today. Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) has named former Lens defender Eric Sekou Chel as the new head coach of the Super Eagles. The announcement made on Tuesday marks the beginning of what is hoped to be a transformative chapter for Nigeria's national football team ahead of a challenging World Cup qualifiers. Chel, 47, comes with a wealth of experience, having played in French football and managed the Malian national team. His tactical acumen and international exposure are expected to bolster the Super Eagles as they prepare for a crucial phase in their campaign. The immediate task ahead for Eric Chel will be Nigeria's 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, with key matches against Rwanda and Zimbabwe slated for March. However, his appointment has been met with mixed reactions from fans and football analysts. While some see his arrival as an opportunity for fresh ideas, others have criticized the timing and selection process. On X, formerly Twitter, a chunk of Nigerian football enthusiasts expressed their dissatisfaction, citing concerns about the suitability of Chel for the role. Many, on the other hand, remain cautiously optimistic about his potential to deliver results. This current development, where we have NFF appointing a foreign coach to head the national football team. What's your take on this? Before now, Austin Eguavon had been the acting coach, and then we are thinking that expecting that probably he'll be made official coach, but suddenly we get this decision from the NFF. What's your take on this?
Okay, I think this is also in line with what we said earlier. All right, so if somebody is capable to, we should not deny him that fact.
Austin Eguavon did well when he was acting coach.
Okay, first I think if maybe the people who are involved, maybe not a fact, but maybe there is some kind of there is this stuff that is involved in this. Maybe there is they pay to get that position. Maybe he paid. I'm just saying maybe.
Okay,
not
maybe.
a fact.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
Speculatively.
But But if it's not, I think maybe that they may have their reasons why they had to put this one. But I don't think it's actually a good idea in this aspect, because if the person who was there before was doing well, I think he should be retained. All right, I don't see any reason why they should remove him. But if there's any reason, at least they should have stayed it out.
While we were talking about one of the stories, you said that as a leader, you will love people to do something for you because they want to do it.
Yes, they do it, yeah.
Now, a coach is like the cover of, let me use a pen. It's like the cover on the pen. The players are the pen body. Yeah. Now, the cover influences the pen.
The pen, yeah.
So if you change a coach, it could affect the mindset of players.
Yeah.
Don't you think this decision? This decision was rushed? Stating that, looking at the fact that we have a big task ahead of us, which is qualifying for the 2026 World Cup against we have with huge matches against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. So don't you think this was rushed?
I think that was what I was saying. It was not really a good idea. It was not a good idea because the person who was there before, at least this part would have just let this phase finish first before they can do this thing. So I think the person who was there before. Should have taken these people, even if they want to involve this person, it should be like a subordinate, all right? Yeah, it should be a subordinate so that they can work hand in hand. So,
Okay.
that's
Okay.
okay. After this match, after this tournament, okay, the next one now, okay, you will take over. But for now,
Okay.
just support this person.
You think he should be he could have been added into the tactical team.
Yeah, she should be added to that team so that okay, it should not be like this person. He was just there to just fill out the position. So that they should give him that sense of belonging. So you know that okay, I'm not just here because there's nobody there. I'm here because I can do this thing. Yeah. So I feel like since this person was doing well,
okay,
if they wanted to bring another person, you should support this person in this particular this tournament this time. So after the time, okay, we say okay, but because this person is more capable, he should support you for this time. So if you want to do anything now, okay, we'll see you. So what I want to do. How do you see?
You feel what you're trying to say is that Austin should have been retained, and then this child added, or Shell should have been inputted, and then Austin added to his technical team.
No.
Austin should have been
retained, yeah, and then he should be, and then so that they can work hand in hand. All right, I think that will make a smooth work. Now, if they want to remove Austin and put this other person, I feel like it should be after the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Okay.
Right? So that the players, because this is bringing another person who has another idea.
Yes.
So now these people have already been playing with this particular
coach, and
so bringing and then time now is just 1 year. Right, so this time the day that they are bringing in this person will not really give the players that change mindset within a year.
Okay.
It is football talking about. It's not just something. It's football, which has to do with a lot of skills. So they are bringing someone with a different idea of skills. So now to coach people who already have a standing idea.
Yeah.
So I think that this person who is coming in should have been to support Austin so that they can push this thing forward.
Well, let's also give cut some slack for the new coach, because he's had experience
too,
he's played outside international football, and also he has also been in this coaching job for a while. So there could be some level of optimism. I don't know if
I think so. Yeah, there should. Since he is elected,
based on what you said, performance also.
Performance too. Since like I said, since he's been given a position, I think maybe, like I said to them, they might have their reasons.
Okay.
Maybe he is also capable too. I think maybe he might be capable than Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Nigerians are actually speculating towards that, saying why there are controversies, but let's be hopeful that
this works out.
Thank you very much for your opinion.
Thank you.
This is where we wrap it up on this episode of Atlantic Saturday. Mr. Wisdom, thank you for coming to my show today. Thank you. I appreciate your presence, and it was a beautiful time with you.
I'm honored.
Thank you. Mr. Wisdom Kingsley is an author and a public relations analyst. Stay connected on ATN socials, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1 on Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. Watch us live on our website at www.atlanticnetwork.tv. Peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for watching. I am Michael Chikwesrifebo.
From the lines across the ocean to the land beyond the mountain,